Hello, this is Ryan Randolph, and we are going to look at setting up a Gmail account today. First, open up the browser of your choice. In this case, I'm using Firefox, but any browser will work. And direct yourself in the address bar to www.google.com. Once you are there, if you look up in the top right of the screen, you see a sign in button, at which point go ahead and click on that. Now at this point it assumes you have an account, but we don't. So let's go ahead and again look to the top right of the browser window, in which case it says sign up. You will now click on that to actually create the Gmail account. Now we are at the page where you enter the information for your particular Google account. Since this particular account will be for just the purposes of uploading YouTube videos, I am going to give myself a unique name and just call it TSA and last name of math. Now you'll choose your username, and I'm going to use, and then when I go to the password, it will check your password strength right there. So make sure you create a password that, as they say, is at least 8 characters, and they say try to avoid something obvious. So we will create a password, and in this case they have rated it a strong one, and so I'm going to confirm that password in the next screen. And then you enter in the other information it requires. It does require a birthday. Now I am going to pick basically a fictitious one for the purposes of this video and the account, although you should make sure that you are old enough to actually have an account. I will admit to being male. And then the other stuff isn't necessary, but it does help to have if your account does in fact get locked out. Then, as they say, we're going to prove that we're not a robot. So we type in those 2 words with a space in between them, and even as I type this, I certainly hope that we actually get it correct here. You must agree, as with almost anything, to the Google Terms of Service, and I'm going to uncheck the other one that they may use my account information. And then, if I am successful, you can click on Next Step, and you have successfully created your Gmail account.